welcome to Ireland Rally. Last season, it produced some of the best racing we have seen in recent DuPont Cup Series memory. It also has earned a Irish luck sort of theme to it. Alan Cavanagh and Nick Mays, two drivers, one driver who had never won before, a driver who hadn't won since season 1, both gained some wins here at Ireland Rally last season. For a lot of unlucky drivers, this is probably your best spot to get some luck. This track has been a staple. The race was so good that they put it on the Elite Series last year, and it was a very momentous occasion as this track has gained a lot of followers as well over the past couple of years, and thanks to ARCSOA. Our missing is a Sony Cup race here. Starting on the poles for today's races are Charles Jackson and Alan Cavanagh, both Toyota, so a Toyota pole sweep here today. Congratulations to them. And we are at the last event before the 200th ever DuPont Cup Series race at Auto Club next week. So I hope you guys are very excited for that one. So let's head to the race. Green flag in the air. Charles Jackson leads us to the green flag here at Ireland Rally alongside with Seth Cole in the 12. Last season we debuted at this track and the race was so good that it got an Elite Series race a couple of weeks after. And Charles Jackson, who usually doesn't really get poles, got a really good qualifying, and here comes Seth Cole on the inside. Race came off a very wacky race at Darlington. It was great, and Seth Cole, who just came up a little bit short, is trying to run down and hunt for that elusive win. But here he comes down the inside of Jackson here. Noah Hart, Dylan Young right behind. Charles Jackson is currently 6th in the points. He's been very consistent this season so far. As once we get this race done, we'll be a quarter of the way through the season already. And then we still got the second race right after, which will be race number 7. So Seth Cole leads, Charles Jackson 2nd, Noah Hart currently 3rd. You see Dylan Young, Alex Allen, and Kenny Myatt holding up the top 5. Noah Hart got a really good run on Charles Jackson as they complete the first lap of the race, and Dylan Young right behind him. And whoa, Noah Hart flew right by that 17 car, Dylan Young right behind. Last season, Alan Cavanagh and Nick Mace won their first races in a long time here at this track. They called it the good old Irish luck. So definitely drivers like Dylan Young, Seth Cole, if there's any time to get luck, it's here. And so far they're doing a good job. Seth Cole is the leader right now. And Cavanagh and Nick Mace so far nowhere to be seen. But we still got a bit to go in this race. It's a huge cloud of dirt here. And oh, Sean Galligan's driven off track. He gets back on it. It's hard to see. The dirt's kicking up a lot more than it did last season. And we got a huge scramble in the dirt. And oh my. Oh, it's hard to see sometimes right now. And everybody's squirming all over the place. This is the back of the pack. Good battle between Dylan Young so far and Charles Jackson here. And oh, Jackson went off. That's been known to cause a lot of troubles with some drivers. And Charles Jackson from 3rd. Looks like he will fall. He looks like he can fall out of the top 10. And that's how quick you can lose positions here. And Charles Jackson, he started a good start, but he's starting to fall off here in the first couple of laps. On the back bumper of one of the cars here. Look at all the dirt. Oh man, a lot of dirt coming out right now as these guys are jockey position. This is Jacob Hart, if I'm correct. Oh, look at all this dirt. It's really, I mean, if you're the one that's behind dirt, it can be really hard to see, but everybody's powering through it the best they can as Jackson Cole Daly. You're having trouble seeing it. Well, they're battling very hard, and Jackson made the same mistake he did a lap ago. And oh my goodness. Well, here's our 2 winners from last season, Nick Mace and Alan Cavanagh. They're all the way back in the bottom. They're in the 30th and 31st position, if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they are. But Mace and Cavanagh not off to a good start. But you got Yuji Max up there as well. That's top 10 in points. 5th in points, to be more specific. A lot of drivers who are pretty high up in points are struggling here at the start. And Nick Mace starting to fall off a little bit. Here's about for 11th, Daniel Day and Dana Shelton. Ah! What a... Oh, boy. Oh, Daniel Day slows up Day and Duda and Lamas and Troston. Oh, man, that's bad. Well, they didn't wreck, and I don't see any damage on either, but that probably actually did do some kind of suspension damage. 10 to the 71 here. Ooh, dive, contact, Troston to Daniel Day. And ooh, contact again. Lamas almost turned to 71, and that was a close call. Good save by all of them, but that was a really sketchy moment right there. And that definitely is going to slow up Daniel Day, and that definitely did not help Ian Duda. Problems for William Duncan on lap number 5. He had to come into pit. In the number 41 car, apparently they lost a suspension or something like that. They lost something in the car after one of the jumps that we're hearing. They lost something in the car. And, well, they've done their best to fix it, but now they've dropped all the way down to last place for now, unless we get some kind of another wreck. But bad luck for William Duncan, who had a really good, strong start to the season and is starting to fall off a little bit. He currently sits 16th in the points. I imagine he's going to be knocked down a little bit after this. Noah Hart is starting to run down the leader, Seth Cole, in the 12. And Hart's about on that last lap, he was half a second quicker as he's running down the Young Motorsports car. Dylan Young, Kenny Mai, and Alex Allen also there as well. The top 5 hasn't really changed much, but it's been a fight so far. And Noah Hart is gaining ground on the 12. I guess Seth Cole, I mean, this race is all about your car being able to withstand all the rumbling, all the jumps, all the very difficult to drive over dirt. It really is a race of who can build the best car, and it was the best driver that can race in some of the worst conditions. It's just a good thing it's not race. I mean, it could be muddy. Hopefully it won't be like that ever. Here's a really good 3-car battle for 9th right now. Chris Oliveira right now being the class of the field these last couple of weeks. Talk about him. I mean, he's been doing incredibly well. Had a great run at Daytona. He was in the top 10 at Darlington until he hit the wall and fell all the way down to the back. But Oliveira is doing a really good job, even though he lost a position. But he definitely is giving quite the effort in this 40 car. And I'm trying to remember how Oliveira did last season. I don't think he did too well, but he's doing better than all of his teammates so far tonight, so far today, and so far pretty much this season. I think Oliveira would probably be higher than William Duncan in the points at this if he hadn't missed the Talladega 500. Here comes Noah Hart on the back of Seth Cole. Mayan and Dylan Young have shown up to join the battle. And it's a 4-car battle for the lead for the most part right now. And this is where Noah Hart's been a lot stronger than Seth Cole. That's been in the turns and on the straightaway, so basically everything. You see a smiley face. There's the other one that's on there, right? But here comes Noah Hart. This is where he's going to go and get the run here. He's going to overtake the 12 here as long as they make no contact. It looks like Noah Hart will take the lead. Myatt's going for 3rd, and Noah Hart splits his way into the lead with ease for the most part. And here comes Dylan Young and Kenny Myatt, who are also having a pretty good battle right now. New leader. Oh, Noah Hart made a mistake as well, and Seth Cole right to the back of the 88 again. Really, really good battle for the lead as they head into this very dangerous turn. That's been known for a couple flips here and there. Side by side. Hard to turn away from this battle. 2 battles for the most part here as Hart's trying to hold off Seth Cole. But Seth Cole's got the better line. Ooh, Hart got through that turn a little bit better than that 12 car did. I think that will allow him to get the edge coming in this turn. It does. Oh, man, but Seth Cole is still giving a fight. It's a one-on-one fight for the lead, but Noah Hart clears the 12, and then maybe all he needed. But here comes Kenny Myatt in the 0. They battle too hard, and now Myatt's come to show up. He's already got a win this season. And looks like he may bump Seth Cole out of the way. Kenny Myatt versus Noah Hart. Oh, man. Talk about 2 ARCSOA legends. We could see a fight of the ages right here, as they are taking down some DuPont Cup Series veterans right now. And Young Motorsports is up there in the top 5, so this could be crazy. Oh, Pollard's a little bit slow. He's in 31st. He's dropped down to 33rd. And it has not been a good weekend for Pollard. Oh, turned. Oh, man. Oh, he gets some air. Oh, God. Oh, God. Right now, Ali Nelson. And there goes some chaotic mess. And Pollard somehow, despite flying in the air, keeps the car under control. And that That was a close call. That could have been a lot worse. That's been a dangerous spot, has been that hill. And Pollard, I don't know how he kept that car under control, but he did a damn fine job of keeping that thing normal. Looking at this again here, you can see Pollard just gets turned by Vincent Allen. And I don't know how he didn't flip that car over. I don't know how the gravity didn't take him there. And Allie Nelson, and Vincent Allen sends Pollard into his own teammate. Oh man, Matt Duncan's got damage. Where the heck did that come from? Currently in 5th place is Alex Sal in the 1 car. Alex Sal definitely on a redemption drive this weekend. He came so close to he was probably gonna win Darlington last week. But fortunately, they had an accident happened, and with Richard Johnson just coming up into him, and then the whole calamity. I mean, how many times does the leaders wreck? I mean, the leaders aren't safe in this league anymore. They aren't. It can wreck at any time. And Alex Allen is driving in 5th right now. I don't remember him being much of a dirt racer. I'm probably retarded and probably wrong, but he's doing a pretty good job so far. Definitely trying to get, even though his points haven't been that impressive, I would say that this has been probably one of his better seasons so far. He's really shown a lot more potential than he has in the past couple seasons. Here's the battle for 2nd between Kenny Might and Seth Cole here. Oh, contact again, more flying, and oh, Might spins around. Might is around the 0 car, and oh man, that's another victim. Not as bad as damage. Might should be able to get the car back out on the track, and he will fall out of the top 10. Oh, and Jackson gets in the back of him. Oh, and Balak Baskinger moment right into Charles Jackson. So we got more flying here at Ireland. Flying potatoes. Looking at this incident again here, it looks like Seth Cole just cuts off the 0 car, and Seth Cole does manage to save it, but Kenny Myatt gets spun around, and pretty unfortunate for Myatt. He was having a really good day. He was in the podium spot, and I don't know what the heck Jackson was thinking. He didn't even turn the car, and then here comes Balak Baskinger in the background. Here's James Shelley all the way down 30th, and his teammate just went for one hell of a ride. Oh, we got spin, and there we go. Oh, and there we go. That's our favorite. And Shelley is stuck on the hill. That's been a dangerous point since last season. And yeah, here's Michael Block. He got involved in the incident with Jake Baskinger, which you didn't see, and Block went into the forest. So with only a couple laps left to go, Noah Hart's got a decent lead over Dylan Young in the 2. How many times have we seen Dylan Young in 2nd place and come so close to a win? This would be the 3rd straight road course race that he would finish 2nd in. He finished 2nd at Africa, he finished 2nd at Arkansas, and he may just finish 2nd here at Ireland unless he can start gaining ground, which he actually is, but very, very slowly. Very slowly. I do not think Dylan Young's done just yet. We still have about, at the line, 6 laps to go, and anything can happen. It's going to have to be a mistake from Noah Hart, though, if he's going to lose this race. You may have caught this, but Nick Smith also had a problem with his car during the race because of the way the track is, and they had to come in and put the car in the garage. Well, meanwhile, we've got a really good battle for 5th right now. Cole Daly, Jacob Hart, and PJ Williams have all been having some really cool battles so far. You can see the river off in the background there. I'm telling you what, there's one driver who has impressed a lot of people this season. That's Cole Daly in that 6 car. 3rd in the points so far this season. He's been insanely consistent. He's kept the car out of wrecks. He's had top 5 finishes a lot this season. He's got 2 of them. That's 2nd most. And he's almost doing as well as Dylan Young is in the points this year. And you gotta really give credit to Daly this season. That 6-car team was pretty much a joke last year besides James Shelley's single win that they got. But Tross Motorsports went through some tough times last season, but they are really been improving this season. They have really become one of the better teams. They've got 2 of their cars in the top 10 in points, and that is just fantastic for them. I can't wait to see how they do later in the season, and maybe perhaps they could get a win. Problems for Ian Duda in the 70 car. Another Team Discover Ohio with another problem. And a lot of cars have been breaking down so far this race. And Duda is going to be able to get the car back out on track, but he's going to lose a ton of track position because of it. But he can't lose too many right at the moment. So tough break for Ian Duda. It hasn't been a good day for Team Discover. If you want to give credit to a driver who has just done a fantastic job today, that's Nico Hall. He started in last place. He started in 42nd. He is up to 16th. He has avoided every single wreck today, and he's moved up through the field very, very slowly. But with only with only 4 laps to go, Nico Hall has definitely been probably the best, well, not sure what to call him, but definitely showing a lot of improvement compared to last season so far. It's been a tough year so far for him still, but Nico Hall is doing a fantastic job moving, dicing his way through the field. And maybe if he can catch the guy in front of him, I'm not too sure who that is, but if he can get to the top 15 out of this, it'd be amazing for him. Louviere is holding a very strong 8th place right now. He's got Kenny Maya right behind him. Despite the damage, Maya's car is actually still somewhat fast. He fell all the way down to 15th, and he's worked his way back into the top 10. So Maya's car is still pretty good compared to his teammates. He's basically got the better cars. Despite being the part-time driver, he's got the best cars in the entire field, or he's just got the most talent. But Kenny Maya's doing a done job. Both these two right here have done a fantastic job here today, and looks like if things continue to go right, they're both going to get top 10s out of this. 3 laps to go. This race is not over. Dylan Young has caught Noah Hart a little bit. He's gained time on him. Dylan Young has been a lot faster in the turns that Hart has been the last 5 laps. And with only 3 laps to go, I don't think this race is over yet. Noah Hart has led almost every lap of this race. Excuse me, indigestion. But Noah Hart has been so far the best driver in the field. He's led almost every lap. Dylan Young trying to make a stand against him right now. He does not want to get 3rd place he doesn't want to get 2nd place for the 3rd straight road course race. And he is coming for that 88 car. This race is not over, not by a long shot. Lamas and PJ Williams are having a really good battle for 6th right now. 2 of the SG Motorsports cars are fighting incredibly hard right now as Lamas gets around for 6th. Cody Lamas has definitely been sort of a slow mover as well, and one of the best road course racers in DuPont. He has been kind of struggling a little bit lately on the road courses, but well, for qualifying standards, but he has been showing that he can still do well at the road course races with only 2 laps to go. Coming to the white flag, Dylan Young has caught Noah Hart red-handed, and here we go. This is for the win as they come to the white flag. Right on the back bumper of Noah Hart. Could we see a last lap pass? Last season's champion, the current points leader, fighting one-on-one for the win here at Ireland. Here we go. This is for the win right now. Dylan Young lost some time in that turn. This is where Young's been a little bit better if Hart doesn't make a mistake here. Here comes Dylan Young. Hart swung it wide. Hart swung it wide. Dylan Young side by side for the win. Lap car up ahead. I think that's Vincent Allen or Allie Nelson. That is Nelson. I'm pretty sure that is Nelson. But this is for the win right now. Dylan Young right next to Hart. He clears Noah Hart for the lead. Hart did not see that coming at all. Dylan Young trying to end an 8-season-long winless streak. It's been almost 200 races since his last win. 5 career wins. His last one was back all the way in season 2. He won 3 races in that season. He hasn't won since. He's been snake bit. The most 2nd places in ARCSOA history. They catch one of the Mopar cars. That is Nelson. That's 7. Hart trying to run down the 2 again. If Nelson doesn't block, will she let him go? She does let him go. That's a fellow Dodge. Of course, she'll help a little. She cuts off Dylan Young in the turn. Here comes Noah Hart on the outside. Off the final turn to the checker flag. It's a drag race to the line. 8 seasons of destroyment, and Dylan Young wins here in Ireland in a fantastic finish. The winless streak, the longest one in DuPont Cup Series history, over 150 races, and the streak is over. A last lap pass against last season's champion almost blew it thanks to a fellow Dodge companion, but Dylan Young Irish luck returns again for this number 2 team. And what a fantastic way to finish the first race of the weekend. And Noah Hart on the back bumper, showing his respect. Long time coming. And now he can stop bitching. Race number 7 of the season, race number 2 of the weekend is underway here. Alan Cavanero on the pole. He starts off as they take us to the green flag. We had a fantastic first race. It's going to be hard for the second one to beat it. Dylan Young just won 2 hours ago. Alan Cavanero, who didn't have a good race himself, is all the way already leading and dominating. And oh boy, last race was amazing. Will it be the same here today at Ireland? You can see Lamas and Washer side by side right behind him. Washer clears him. And so far, a clean start. Here's a Team Discover battle for 5th place here. Mai and Ian Duda going at a one-on-one. Kenny Mai was en route to possibly winning the last race until he got pushed off after he got cut off by Seth Cole. And problems for Mai there. He slings off into the dirt. Well, into the side dirt or sand, whatever. It's all right. Mike got back into the top 10 after pretty much wrecking, but we still gotta watch this go camera and go boop, boom, boppity, boppity, bop, 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 bop. Oh, Louvier slid and he slides off, and I don't know how he slid off that. And Louvier, after having a strong top 5 so at the last race, and he's off. Not sure how that happened, and he's stuck. On board Louvier, we're gonna see what happened to him in this accident here. He gets into the dirt, and here's the pop-off jump. He jumps and oh, he did not take that jump right at all, and he spun off because of it. You have to take those jumps very, very lightly, and you got to take them straight. Cavanero's already built up a pretty decent lead over Chris Washer. So far, Chris Washer has not been very noticeable this season. He hasn't really done too much so far. His points haven't been very impressive. He's looking outside of it. Am I looking at it correctly? But it hasn't been a very good start to the season for Chris Washer so far. And he's been struggling overall here at Hellman's Racing. And they've not been performing very well, most of their team, besides Jackson. But Washer is holding his own against right now. He is kind of close on Cavanero a tiny bit. But Cavanero won here last season. He's probably got the best chance out of all these guys. This battle has been going on just outside of the top 10. Alex Allen and Kenny Mai battling one-on-one. 2 Elite Series drivers. They're pretty close in points this season in Elites right now. And both these two had some really good runs here. And oh, Maya turns the one car around into the forest. And and Alex Allen's around in the forest. Looks like he may have to try and limp that car out of there. He doesn't seem to be doing it. I don't know what our cameramen are doing. If we could have a camera. Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Bye. All right. Alex Allen back on the track. Took a little bit of a road trip. He's checking out the track and the sights. Watch this from a different angle here. Oh, these two pretty much collided in midair. There was... Alex Allen couldn't do anything there. Seth Cole here is, oh boy, oh no, there's Alex Allen. We're looking in the background here. Oh, no, it's Sanford and Seth Cole in the wall, and barrel rolling goes Seth Cole. And he's off into the forest, and he's off in a winter wonderland. You look at this again here. I think Seth Cole just got loose, got tight into Charles Sanford, and that knocked him into a barrel roll. Oh boy, Chris Washer closing the gap on the 83. Cavanaugh swings wide. That's how Noah Hart lost the last race. And here comes Washer in the 36, and he overtakes the 83 into the lead. It's a Toyota versus Toyota battle. Chris Washer's last win was at Sebring last season, when he did a pretty decent job along with his teammate Zachary Fitzwater. And not a very good mistake by Alan Cavanero. He's going to have to work his way back around the 36 now. So far, the most surprising competitor right now is Allie Nelson. She's actually in the top 10 right now, this 7 car is. She's doing a pretty good job. She was awful in that last race. She got put a lap down in the final lap and almost took away Dylan Young's win because of it. But Allie Nelson's holding her own here in the top 10, but she's got some very good veterans behind her and in front of her. And Nelson so far, her rookie season hasn't really been decent. She's still trying to play catch up to Matt Duncan, who's not too good in the points, but she isn't good in the points either. So right now, these two are not very good rookies, but they are putting up decent effort, and both of them have shown that they actually can shine at some points. They're just not very consistent at all. With Kenny Myatt, apparently, with the rumors of Dylan Young going to the ARCSOA Elite Series next season, not sure what he's going to be driving, but Dylan Young is a rumored driver to go to being in there. Apparently Myatt was very impressed with the battle they had at ARCSOA and had told some Elite Series teams, hey, get this guy on. He hasn't been in Elite Series ever, and he's one of the best DuPont Cup Series drivers. So right now, I would count on Dylan Young being the next Elite Series rookie. As, well, Hart and Dylan Young are battling again. Here comes Cavanero right behind Chris Washer, and he's going to scoot right by on past him just like Washer did. They both make the same mistake, and Cavanero retakes the lead because of it. He swings a little bit wide in the turn than he wanted to, but Washer is there to capitalize, but Cavanero's still fast off the turn. And the two Toyotas are having a big fight for the lead right now as we are halfway through this event. We'll see how this goes down. Usually Chris Washer is a pretty good closer, and Cavanero also is a okay closer. He's got good starts, but doesn't really have good finishes. First mechanical problem of the day goes to Eugene DeMaxon, number 92. I think that may be smoke coming out of the car. I think. Well, they've got a problem right now, and that's a shame for DeMax. He was running in the top 10, and that's definitely going to hurt his points. Well, has not been a very good weekend for the most part for Team Thunder, and Louvier did have a good first race. I think he was the only one to get a top 20, and both these two are in the bottom two of the field right now, so shame for those two. Team Thunder definitely they haven't really been having some good equipment lately, that's for sure. Dylan Young currently in 15th right now, and that 2 car has not been very good in the second race. They said it's their same setup, but I guess everybody else made their setups even better. And Dylan Young, I'm sure he's perfectly fine with finishing 15th here today. The only problem I see is Cole Dowley. He's up there in the top 10 right now, trying to put down Dylan Young's points lead. But it's already been a happy weekend for that team. So if they wreck, I don't think they're going to leave with a frown on their faces at all. So Cody Lamas is doing a good job in 4th place right now. He charged his way all the way up to 6th in the last race, and he's in the top 5 right now. Lamas is going to get a really, really good points day out of this weekend right now. He has been climbing through the points at a very rapid rate. He gained about 8 positions in the first race. I can't imagine how many he's going to gain after this if he stays in the top 5 here as he battles Ian Duda. Duda had a problem in the last race, but he's definitely showing what he's capable of here today. It's been a semi-decent day for Team Discover this week for this race so far. It's been a very difficult weekend for DJ Curtis in this 19 car. Well, last race they lost a cylinder and finished in the bottom 5, well, in the bottom 10 of the field. And so far, they're also in the bottom 10 of the field again because they lost a cylinder again. So this 19 car has not been it has not been doing well. And Curtis fell all the way from 2nd to 8th in the points because of that last one. He's probably going to drop out of the top 10 after this one. So kind of a collapse going on for DJ Curtis, who started off the season really good. And hopefully they can get their issues sorted out at the next race. Cavanero is pulled very far away from Chris Washer in the 36, and he's got a good about 3-4 second lead on him right now. However, there's a certain 70 car chasing after him. That's Ian Duda. Duda has just exploded right now. His last lap was 2 seconds quicker than Cavanero, and that 70 car is running him down, just like how Dylan Young did to Noah Hart. Could this play out? Could we have another last lap pass? I guess we'll see with only a few laps to go. 24th here between Skabnicki and Deanna Shelton. Skabnicki's been all over the back bumper of that 94 car, and oh god, we're engulfed in dirt. Hard to see kind of right now. And Skabnicki battling with Deanna Shelton. Both these two have had very unnoticeable weekend here as they catch up to Zachary Fitzwater. Contact! Oh my goodness, hard into the guardrail! Oh my God! Richard Johnson's off as well, and we got a huge crash. Hard into the guardrail. There's no safer barrier there, and the front of that car is destroyed. The entire front's gone, the engine's gone, everything in the front of that car is gone. The hood is still hanging on by a thread. Skabnicki has been towed as well. And that may have been probably the worst hit I've ever seen in DuPont Cup Series racing right there. Looking at this again here, Skabnicki's trying to make the pass on the 94, but she kind of blocks, but then Skabnicki just turns the 94 right into that guardrail like he did it on purpose. And you can see Richard Johnson sliding off. Here's a different camera perspective here. Skabnicki just blatantly turns the 94 into the guardrail. There's no safer barrier there, and that was at 170 miles an hour. And Richard Johnson, an innocent bystander in that one. On board Richard Johnson here. And man, he got involved in this wreck. Oh, wow, that was a big dead-on hit. It didn't hit the windshield, thank God, but that was a brutal, nasty hit. And that 20 car is destroyed. This must have been the scariest thing Nick Smith has ever seen in his entire life. Look at that. By God. He just saw his own teammate just hit at that guardrail at 175 miles an hour dead on. And I can't imagine what he's thinking in the car right now. He's probably thinking of parking it to go check on her. I mean, let's see. I mean, Skabnicki, did he turn it on purpose? I mean, so far the cameras have said yes. Oh, that's questionable. Oh, God. That was scary. Looking here from that angle, looked like the 94 came down, but it still looked like that Skabnicki still turned right into her. Inside of the cockpit, we're not allowed to show you the steering wheel, and that just looks so blatant. That looked just so blatant. There's no place for DuPont Cup Series to wreck like that. I mean, if you wreck someone, okay, fine, but you don't injure them like that, and you don't just drive them straight into a goddamn guardrail. As they come to the white flag, it's a 3-horse battle for the win. Cavanero, Ian Duda, and Cody Lamas. Cavanero for Red Bull, and Red Bull pretty much just has done a heinous act for the most part, and they're going to win this race in the process. If so, and I imagine there's a lot of people probably cheering on Duda right now. And here comes the 70. Where the heck did Duda come from? McWhirt's there to show up. Wait, where does McWhirt come from? It's a four-car battle for the win right now. This race is not over. We could be seeing another Dylan Young moment. Ian Duda, Cavanero both need their first wins this season. No one in the top 5 has won yet this season. Ian Duda right behind the 83. Back-to-back exciting finishes here at Ireland. I'm trying to stay as enthusiastic as possible. And McWhirt gets by Cody Lamas for 3rd. McWhirt is coming. He's coming. He's gone. He's catching him. He's pulling a Tagliani. Yes, I just broke kayfabe. Cavanero, he's pulling away. It's over. It is over unless a mistake by Cavanero screws him up. Duda lost a lot of momentum. McWhirt's catching, but he needs more laps. As we head into the final turn, we are approaching the straightaway to it. Here we go. Final turn. It will not be a last lap pass, but it will be a very happy effort. And the Alan Cavanero will go back-to-back wins here at Ireland in 2 straight seasons here. And he crosses the line, and Red Bull almost killed someone. Well, possibly killed someone and won this race. Well,